So I ran a survey on my YouTube channel, and the question was, what are your retirement plans? 15% of the respondent said they're relying on CPP. CPP means Canadian Pension Plan. 11% of them responded they're building a real estate portfolio, which means they are investing into a rental property, which will, of course, generate some rental income for them in the future. 39% of them, which is the highest amongst all the respondents, said investing into mutual funds, stocks, and bonds. 8% said they're investing into crypto. But 27%, the remaining 27%, have said they haven't done anything. This is concerning, and I'm going to address this point in this video. Okay, so when you look at the overall outlook from a global economy perspective, you're seeing it's a train wreck. Okay, you're seeing wars breaking out, Ukraine, Russia, Palestine, and Israel, and both of these wars are not slowing down. Nobody's trying to find a peaceful solution. It's just getting escalated. The countries are piling up money, weapons to kind of further escalate the situation. So it's going to get escalated in future, which is going to make things more difficult for all of us. Okay, all of these wars, they suck a lot of resources. They suck a lot of funding, resources, weapons, human loss as well. So this is a devastation for everybody except the people on the top who are making these policies. So when you look at the global economy, pretty much every country is going into recession. You can see Japan, their currency is crashing. Australia, UK, Germany, the whole Eurozone is in recession. Okay, Canada, 6.4% unemployment. The GDP per capita is already in negative for the last 6 or 7 quarters. US economy, it looks good on paper, but that's also terrible, because when you look at the overall demographics distribution, you will find that the people in the younger demographics, they are the ones having access to things easily, because they have no liabilities. They don't have mortgages. They live in their mom's basement, right? They work in a very entry-level jobs. They don't have any car. They commute using Uber. So those are the people who are seeing wage growth in that category. But the rest of the economy is struggling big time, right? The people in the 30s and 40s and 60s, they are the ones struggling. They have the liabilities from a mortgage, car loan, student loan, kids' education. From all of that perspective, those are the ones struggling big time in the US as well. So if you talk to anybody on the street, they'll tell you how much issues they have in their lives with regards to finances. And I know that you'll tell me the stock market is all-time high. Yes, the stock market is not economy. Okay, they're two different worlds. Back in the old days, the stock market was tied to the hip with the economy. When the economy does well, the company does well, the company produces more goods and services, their earnings goes up, and the stock goes up. That was the fundamental that was driving the markets before. Now it's all casino. It's all based upon speculation. It's all based upon the bad news is good news, because Fed is going to cut rates and is going to pump the market. That's the sentiment driving the stock market. So when you look at all of these things, you're seeing the economy is contracting everywhere. You're seeing the global geopolitical situation is going towards deglobalization. The countries are, changing their partners and their alignment with other countries. This paint a picture where I see that the things are going to get worse for all of us, for an average person like me and you. Okay, and in that situation, if you don't have a plan to manage your finances, you are doing a big disservice to yourself and your family. Okay, so if you're among those 27% respondents who haven't done anything with regards to their financial planning, their retirement planning, then you should start doing now. Okay, this is very important, guys, because if you're relying on government, that the government will come and help you out the way they did in the pandemic era, where they distributed free money, you're mistaken, my friend. This is going to happen. That was the carrot that they gave to you to buy the lockdowns. Okay, that's not going to happen. Okay, even if it happens, it will come with big strings attached, which means you have to surrender your financial freedom, your mobility, and all of this, because now they can track everything with the power of CBDCs. So if you haven't done anything, start doing it now. So what you're going to do? So first, you can get rid of a variable debt as soon as possible. If you have credit card debt, you should not have credit card debt at all. Okay, credit card debt is typically 20-25% interest rate. Okay, that's ridiculous. You should not have that debt at all. So you see, in the Western economies, this is the dream that was sold to us. This whole consumerization concept where you just have to buy stuff now using credit card debt and pay later. That's the idea that was sold to us in the West. We should not be drowning ourselves in under the debt. Okay, get rid of that debt as soon as possible, because that is a poisonous debt. It is just going to keep you poor all the time. Okay, if you can't afford it, just don't buy it. Okay, so get rid of the credit card debt, and then if you don't have any emergency fund, start making that as soon as possible. So what is emergency fund? So emergency fund is basically that should consist of a minimum 6 months of your expenses. So look into your mandatory expenses like your rent, mortgage, your fuel, your groceries, your kids' childcare, and estimate how much do you need at a minimum to survive on a monthly basis, and times it by 6. You should have 6 months of your mandatory emergency fund that you should just keep in the bank account. Do not ever touch it, okay, unless you desperately need it. Maybe you should put into GIC, a short-term GIC that can give you 3% return as well. So once you have the emergency fund, then you can start investing into some sort of investing asset, mutual fund, stock, ETF. Even if you're building a real estate portfolio, start investing into it. Buying a real estate is a big investment. Okay, most of the people do not have that capital available, but you can start investing into stock market, into mutual funds, into ETFs, any index fund as well that can pay you dividend payments. So you start with low. Let's say you start with a 10,000 capital, and you make monthly contributions into it. Plus, when you get the dividend, you also reinvest that dividend into the same fund. So altogether, this gets compounded over time, and if you look at over a 10 years horizon, you can easily double your money. Okay, if you even extend it to 20 years, you can easily 6 times your capital over time. So that way you have something being invested and growing over time while you're still in your working age, because you're gonna get retired at some point. So you need to have an alternate option rather than relying on CPP, for example, because CPP, inflation adjusted, it's not gonna buy you anything, maybe a week worth of grocery. Okay, get rid of your credit card debt, build your emergency fund, and start investing now. If you need any help with regards to investing, let me know. There is an email address in the description. Contact me. I have partnership with Aegon's Financial. They can help you with regards to the best financial advice in terms of retirement planning, kids education planning, estate planning as well, and guide you in step-by-step processes how you can invest into these markets and build your own portfolio for your future. Okay, check the other links in the description below. There are some free stuff available. Check it out. Let me know what you think about that. And shout out to my friend Terry, who has contributed $50 to this channel. So if you are willing to sponsor my work, feel free to donate, chip in anything you want. That will help me to grow this channel, because this is just my personal time, my personal research, and my passion to help out people with my knowledge and skill. If you want to chip in something, chip it away, and enjoy your weekend. Take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. If you are an investor in the US, in Canada, or in Europe, and you are considering investing into Dubai real estate market, this video is for you, because we have a platform called Stake, which allows you to invest into the residential real estate market and start earning rental income right away without going through a lengthy documentation process or coming up with a heavy down payment. Stake is built upon the concept of crowdfunding. So it is democratizing the entire investment strategy and allows you to own a single unit of the entire investment portfolio. So you don't have to own the entire property, right? You can be part of the pool that can actually own a piece of property, a piece of real estate. So that allows you to start with as low as 2,000 dirhams, and you can slowly ramp up. So as you start investing into it, you can not only own a bit of real estate, but you also get a portion of the rental income on monthly basis. So it's a passive investment strategy, diversifying your portfolio from traditional North American or European markets into Dubai, which is hustling and bustling and growing very fast, and allows you to build your wealth over time. So don't delay. There is a link down there in the description. If you click on this, it will give you free 200 dirhams in your account right away to start with, and you can thank me later.